5 minutes after 7, 96.5 KECO in Elk City, Oklahoma. Nathan Landry and you. Have you given any more thought to whether we should slow down when we talk?
No, but now that you mention it, why do you ask?
I don't know. Because
Did somebody say something?
No. Because Landry, I'm always thinking, okay? I'm always observing. I'm always considering and wondering, could we do it better? I want to be better all the time. How do we do it better?
I've been walking like I always do, but I've been walking lately a lot at a walking track. And I got to tell you, as much as I like the idea of knowing there are no dogs around me, because I can see a country mile in every direction, and I'm not going through a neighborhood where dogs are kept. I miss my route. Just something to see. You're going out in the middle, and you're out in a big area. And it's just you're walking in a circle, and it's fine. And it's it has its upside too. But I do miss I miss my route. I miss seeing houses. And also something else. I picked up a lovely set of headphones over the Christmas break for some as a Christmas gift.
Mm-hmm.
You connect it to your phone, and I like headphones more than. Have you tried the earbuds, earpods?
I have set now.
They hurt my ears. I've had a couple of different versions. They hurt my ears. I don't know if my ears are oddly shaped.
Did you get winner's choice, though? Or are they the real ones?
I think I've tried the high-dollar ones, and they hurt my ears. And maybe there's a problem with the shape of my ears. Anyway, but now I have headphones, and I like the headphones.
Yeah.
I like the headphones. But as nice as it is listening to music, I miss just thinking. Just when I walk, before the music, you just think. You're just lost in thought. And I think I miss thinking during my walk. Also, I've decided, I try to come up with songs I like. There are, a million songs I like, but I can't think of them when it's time to make a playlist, when it's time to listen. So, maybe I'll just go back to thinking while I walk. Talking slower. Walking slower.
Uncle Bob, Uncle Mike, Uncle Billy, Uncle Sam, they all have their problems, don't they? But one of them is especially greedy. It's your Uncle Sam, and he's waiting on you to retire so he can get his. It's yours, but he wants his part of it. And he's going to get it, unless. Brian and Briley Baca at Advanced Financial Strategies in Clinton. The website, retirewithbaca.com. It was such a pleasure, Landry, this morning. Sometime between 4:30 and 4:45, I noticed it was raining at my house. And it did it off and on for at least 30 minutes, and at times it was heavier than others. And then it seemed to let up and stop, and then I was driving to work, and it seemed to start again. And about the time I pulled in, about 6 o'clock here, it was a nice shower outside. And I think this is the first rain we've had since October. I'm not sure we had a drop in November or December. Not a drop. This is the first I recall since about October. And sure, I wish we'd gotten an inch and a half. That'd have been great. I wish we had more. But you know what? I sure appreciated what we did get. It's nice.
The alarm woke me at 5 o'clock this morning. And that's strange because I rarely sleep until the alarm. But I was so tired all day yesterday. I stayed up late Tuesday night. I got to bed. Nathan, it was 2 minutes after 11 when I crawled into bed Tuesday night. And that is way too late for me. Because I was up Tuesday night celebrating at the Pioneer Center and everything. It's exciting, and the kids went out.
And pizza.
And we had pizza, and then the kids went out afterward. I had to, wait for the kids to come home and talk about the evening and recap and all this. So I got to bed late. So Wednesday, I was super tired.
Yesterday. That's yesterday, by the way.
Right, yesterday. And I think I slept until the alarm. Well, here it is, the second day in a row, I did it again. And that's really weird.
Crazy.
So this morning, I stagger out of bed, turn off the alarm. I'm confused. I don't know where I am. And I go into the other bathroom. And I'm in the bathroom, and outside there's a window in this bathroom, and I hear the sound, and I think, what is that sound? What in the world? Oh, that's rain. That's right. There was rain in the forecast. And it's that nice, gentle, steady rain. And, it's really nice hearing that kind of rain. It wasn't frightening. It wasn't ominous. It's just a nice rain. And when you know you need the rain, that's nice. Just hearing the rain, that's one of those sounds. It's just nice.
Do we have too much information?
Yes.
I don't want to be that guy. I really don't want to be that guy because I like information. I want information. I want relevant, important information that makes my life better or
easier.
Which, I mean, it all falls under the umbrella of making your life better. Yeah. Whether it's something that makes your life easier or you just find interesting or enhances your mood or something you enjoy, that's all betterment. It's just that, and I'm glad we have more weather warnings and things than we did 40 years ago. If it makes us safer, that's good. It's just that last night I'm watching Channel 9, and I like Lacey Swope. I bet she will be the one to replace David Payne, because it occurred to me the other day, I think of David Payne as the new guy because I watched Gary England on Channel 9 for about 75 years. But the fact is, he took over for Gary a dozen years ago.
How old
15
is he?
years? David?
Yeah.
Well, he's got to be getting close to 60, right? Wait, isn't he about Holly's age? Didn't he say weren't they in school at OU at about the same time?
Ish, maybe. So he's 55.
So he's 55, 60, between 55 and 60. Well, so how much longer is he going to do it? I don't know, but I can't help but think Lacey Swope, because she's got that, man, when I'm watching David Payne or Lacey Swope, I realize they probably don't know more about weather than Chip Wheatley at Channel Z. But golly, I like watching them better because they're just interesting. They have personality. They can talk. Well, last night I'm watching Channel 9 at 5 o'clock and then at 6 o'clock. And Lacey Swope's talking about this rain that's moving in and how we might get rain and blah, blah, blah. But, of course, it's been warmer. It's been in the 60s and 70s. Well, atmospherically, Landry, anytime you're in these temperatures and you've got weather moving in, it could be severe. It could be. Because it's not 40 degrees. It's been in the 60s and 70s. So there may be enough heat and moisture and instability to give us some severe weather. But I hear this phrase, tornado risk. And yes, I know theoretically and logically we can have tornadoes any day of the year. I really grew up thinking there was only about 2 or 3 months a year you could even have them. That's not true. You can have them in January or December or November. But really? Tornado risk?
Yesterday,
tornado threat,
and the day before, I saw the maps on Facebook, the meteorologists, Oklahoma, the map of Oklahoma, and then in the middle there was a hand-drawn oval in the middle of the state. Oh, there's a tornado risk. Well, what is the tornado threat? About 4%? I mean, is that the chance of a tornado? And I thought, why are they doing this? And I thought, because it's January, that makes it unusual. It's atypical, so that's a story.
Yes.
And then I've decided the people at weather are as guilty as anybody else at trying to sensationalize everything.
Hype.
To draw
hype.
Views.
Hype.
To get eyeballs.
Hype. That's
exactly what they're doing. And so what was Channel 9? Was even Lacey Swope guilty of?
Well, yeah, I mean, I heard the phrase 2 or 3 times.
The 4%?
The tornado risk, the tornado threat, the tornado risk, the tornado. Well, okay. Yeah. How about this? How about one time they say, with these temperatures and with these conditions and the instability, yes, theoretically possible we could have a tornado, but it's probably not going to happen. We're probably just going to get rain showers and maybe a thunderstorm or two, blah, blah, blah. And there it is. And, the tornado risk, the tornado threat. Come on, really? 96.5 KECO is the early morning show. It's about 52 degrees where we are. Humidity, 93%. We've had some nice light rains this morning. Fabulous. 225-9697. Good morning, you two hooligans. Let's get this party started. Could you guys tell me what that watery substance is falling from the sky? I've heard counselors in Oklahoma really love David Payne because anybody who listens to him much has to go to counseling. David Payne is really fun to listen to. Probably doesn't know any more about the weather than
Anybody else?
than any of the other guys or gals doing weather across the country. Although I will say Oklahomans are certainly more attuned to the severe weather we're accustomed to. But what sets him apart, he's just got a lot of personality. That's it. He really has a lot of personality.
And you know what? You can't teach that.
And Lacey Swope does too. And they're good at talking. They're just good at talking.
You can probably cultivate it. You can encourage people to show their personality, but you can't really teach
No.
personality. You either have it or you don't.
You got it or you don't got it.
7:15, 7:16, 96.5 KECO. It's the early morning show. Here we are on January 8.
All right, we've got an update from a little further east in Oklahoma's capital city. And for those of you who don't know, that's Guthrie. Not really. Oklahoma City, heavy rain this morning. Heavy rain reported from our eye in the sky chopper Dave in Oklahoma City this morning. Heavy rain. Now back to you. 96.5 KECO. You can text us at 225-9697. Semifinal bowl game tonight. Semifinal bowl game tomorrow night.
Baby.
We are excited about this. And, Landry, you realize we have entered the centennial year of Route 66?
Yes, I do.
We were talking about it yesterday at work, and then at some point yesterday I was reading a book, a fictionalized novel. But at one point, they're going to a place on Route 66. And they said something, and I wondered, is that true? And I looked it up, and it turns out it was true. So I have a trivia question about Route 66.
Wow.
That's right. And by the way, so my show prep was reading a novel yesterday. How about that? Remember me telling everybody that show prep can come in any form at any time?
Mm-hmm.
Something that, it's funny because I mentioned waiting to pick up my daughter at school at 3 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
I might see something, hear something, or read something that I talk about. That's when I did it yesterday. I was sitting in line 3 o'clock waiting to get my daughter at school, and I read something, and I thought, I wonder if that's true.
Well, I was doing show prep last night at 9:45 when I was monitoring the end of the Oklahoma City Thunder basketball game. Now, I didn't watch it. I didn't listen to it. But if you just look at your phone, it will give you score updates. And I was waiting on some kids to come home because they'd gone to their grandparents to watch the game. They like to thunder up with the grandparents. And so I was waiting on the kids to come home and debrief them about that. And have you heard at all about the Thunder lately, Nathan?
Mm-hmm.
They started the season. They were lossless. I mean, they won every game. They won like the first 75 or 80 games. And I thought, well, they're not going to lose a game all season. And then they did. And then they started winning again. Lately, they've hit a slide.
Mm-hmm.
They are winless against the San Antonio Spurs. I think they're 0-3 on the season. And then they've lost to other teams. Lately, they've had trouble winning. So they're at, 31-7 on the season, which is a really good record. But lately, they're having trouble. And so I asked my kid, what's going on with the Thunder? They were winning all the world champion last year, and then they started the season red hot, and now they're having trouble. One of my sons said, well, they're getting out-rebounded, and they usually outscore teams in the paint, and they're not doing that now. They can't hit outside shots. SGA, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, last year's league MVP and finals MVP, maybe the best player in basketball right now. He's going 1 of 5, 1 of 6, 1 of 8 3-pointers. He can't hit. The team is struggling to make 3-pointers, and now they're getting outscored in the paint. Why is that? Well, according to my son, the tall fellow named Hartenstein, I guess he's injured, so he's out. And so they're having to play small ball. They got some guy starting in his place I've never heard of. And they're playing small ball. So they're getting out-rebounded. They're not getting second chances for shots. They're not scoring in the paint.
Can't Chet Holmgren rebound?
He's one guy. And everybody else is, 5'2". He's 7 feet tall. Everybody else is short. They're getting out-rebounded, not scoring in the paint, not hitting 3-pointers. That's the problem. And they almost lost last night to was it the Jazz? They got a losing record. They've lost twice as many as they've won, and the Thunder had to take them to overtime to win. They won. The Thunder won, but they struggled to do so.
20 minutes after, Grandma's house Grand reopening. It's Meals on Wheels, Elk City's Meals on Wheels location. The Meals on Wheels Dining Hall is at 1510 West 9th in Elk City, 1510 West 9th. They're having a grand reopening today from noon to 1. One table, one community, one purpose. Every meal created with thought, cooked with care, packaged with love. Everyone's invited to join them and the Rotary Club as they celebrate the rededication and naming of the Meals on Wheels Dining Hall, a place of nourishment, connection, and community. They're calling it Grandma's House. It's the Elk City Meals on Wheels Dining Hall, the grand reopening today, noon to 1, 1510 West 9th Street in Elk City.
The caffeinated conversation continues on the early morning show right after this.
They're expecting me to get whatever task done. To a farmer, a tractor, combine, gets them up and running. He's back in the field, makes some money. Guy in the oil field, their piece of equipment's running again. That makes some money. Solves that problem. I'm Brock Kalk, and my company is American Hose and Supply. We sell all types of industrial hose and fittings, oil field or agriculture. So if your farmer need a hose built, you can come in, we'll build it. You're a oil field customer and need us to come out and see you, we'll come out and see you and take an order or pick up a hose, build it, bring it back to you. If we're competitive on price, we say we'll bring it to you, we'll do whatever it takes to get it to you, make life easier on you. Or you can call us to solve a problem. Hey, can you get this? Why wouldn't you? American Hose and Supply. 2111 South Main, Elk City, Oklahoma, in Camrock Building next to Fred's.
Or call 303-1123. 303-1123.
Why wouldn't you?
We did the Veterans Monument in Oklahoma City. At the time we did it, they didn't want any names on it. They were just doing the different wars in bronze panels on granite. 20 years later, they decided they want all the veterans' names on the back of the monument. Well, there's no way to engrave it, so they wanted to put bronze names on there. And we said, you can't, that won't work well. They ended up finding someone that would put the bronze names on there, and then they started kind of popping off and everything. So then they called us to go in and see how we could clad it and get the names on it after the fact. So there's just things that come up in the granite industry where you have to investigate and figure out how to fix it or create it. Some things you just won't do, but there's projects that are nice out there that not everybody will have a hand in, will want to have a hand. Willis Granite Products. Our website is willisgranite.com.
Briley Bacca is an investment advisor representative of and advisory services offered through Royal Fund Management, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Every dollar you save for retirement has a silent partner, and it's your crazy Uncle Sam. He's waiting with his hand out, ready to take a chunk of your IRA, your 401k, and even your Social Security if you're not careful. But here's the truth. You can fight back. With the right strategy, you can keep more of your hard-earned money in your pocket and out of Washington's. At Advanced Financial Strategies, we specialize in family wealth management, helping families in western Oklahoma cut down on future tax bills, maximize income, and keep control of their financial future. Don't wait for the IRS to decide how much of your retirement you get to keep. Call me, Briley Bacca, a certified financial planner professional here in Clinton, at 323-6800 or visit our website, retirewithbacca.com. Advanced Financial Strategies, your money, your future, your choice.
Need a trip hopper, feed buggy, or cattle chute? Call Barnes Feed Service in Hobart, Oklahoma, 580-726-2120.
The wait is over. Nathan and Landry Brewer continue the conversation right now on the early morning show.
$7:24. It is finally Thursday. 96.5 KECO's The Early Morning Show. They want to say thank you. Lots of places to buy cars, lots of places to have your car serviced. The folks at Barbara Dyson Ford are really humbled and thankful that you utilized them so much last year. They rely on you. Okay, I mean, they can be there and be ready to serve you all they want, but if you don't show up, there's nobody to serve. But you guys, a lot of you went and bought or, got oil changes or tires or brake work done or whatever. And they appreciate it. They really appreciate it. And they say, look, if you need them this year, they'll still be there, northeast part of Elk City, next to the airport. 25 after. I don't know if it's still raining, but it did earlier, and it sure was nice. And in honor of the rain, to celebrate, we put out a brand new edition of the Penny News yesterday. And I see construction work. I see portable buildings. There's new roofs in here. There are plumbers in here. There are trailers in here. There's lots of agricultural products. There's Jimmy Clark in here. And who wouldn't want to see Jimmy Clark? Look at these beautiful trailers. GR. That is a hot brand, big time brand of trailer. Page 10, look at your trailers, 2D trailer sales and service. Page 11, there's a sedation dentist and a plumber and roof people and tree trimmers. Look at that. New Penny News is out. Go grab a copy. Landry.
Nathan.
Do you have any music for background? I don't care what it is. Just anything. Just give me something.
Well, it's got the same thing you had pulled up earlier.
Okay, here we go. Get your kicks on Route 66. I'm reading a novel yesterday, and the main character and the other person they have to take a road trip and go from, I don't want to give too much away. They're going to travel. And they end up at a particular place that's on Route 66. And in this novel, the lead character says something about this place being the highest in elevation on Route 66. And I thought, what if that's true? I Googled it this morning. Yep, it's true. So here's my trivia question for you listeners out there, you Route 66 enthusiasts. This is the 100th anniversary. This year is the 100th anniversary of Route 66. It's America's Mother Road, Landry. It's had books written about it and songs written about it and stuff. And everybody knows, get your kick. Everybody around here, if I said get your kicks, they would finish it by saying on Route 66. What point on Route 66 in the United States it has the highest elevation? What town? Let me ask it this way. What town is nearest the highest elevation? What town has the highest elevation on Route 66? 225-9697. 225-9697. Text me the answer. From Chicago, Illinois to Santa Monica, California, the Mother Road of America. What point is the highest in elevation? 225-9697.
I'm looking at a map of historic Route 66. And as I look at it, I'm guessing the highest elevation is in one of two states.
It's only going to be let me tell you something. I know for a fact it's only in one of them.
And I could be wrong. By the way, I could be wrong. I'm guessing it's in either New Mexico or Arizona.
And see, Landry doesn't know the answer.
I don't know the answer.
I did not share this with him. This is completely hot and fresh.
But I know there are mountains in New Mexico.
There are mountains.
And I'm told that
and they're prairies.
Arizona also has a high elevation, and it's closer to the sun. That's why it gets so hot in Phoenix, because it's so close to the sun, because of the elevation.
America.
See, in New Mexico, it has a snow because of the mountains, because of the high elevation. It's colder and has snow. But in Arizona, it's hotter because of the elevation. Does that make sense?
What town? You know what? Oh, my word. Quickly, just 2 minutes ago, one of our listeners nailed it.
Wouldn't it be
I'm
great?
so proud.
Wouldn't it be great if the person who nailed it actually knew it? Didn't just Google it?
What town? And I'm not. Look, yeah. What town? What sizable town has the highest elevation? I mean, it's probably technically 10 miles west or east of this town at Johnson's Point or Fletcher's Pass or something. But what town? What major town, what sizable town on Route 66 has the highest elevation?
I'm looking at this Route 66 map, and in New Mexico, if this is accurate, Route 66 does something strange. It continues straight, but it also breaks off. And east of Albuquerque, the Route 66 jots north towards Santa Fe, and then comes back around and rejoins itself at Albuquerque.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Is that real?
I don't know.
Well, by the way, this map is from Encyclopedia Britannica.
Ooh, that sounds real.
Encyclopedia Britannica, Inc. And so I have confidence because, growing up, Nathan, wasn't Britannica the encyclopedia?
Bar none.
Bar none, right?
Oh, yeah. The Encyclopedia Britannica. It was, bar none, Landry.
Nathan, we had an encyclopedia set. Actual, literal encyclopedia.
Whatever happened to them?
Probably threw them away.
96.5 KECO's The Early Morning Show. This is the 100th anniversary this year, okay? Technically, it's Veterans Day. November the 11th was the day, 1926. It was commissioned by the whatever, and I don't even know exactly what that means, but November 11, 1926 was the day that it was technically commissioned. So in about 10 more months, we'll get there.
Was that the longest route in America? Is that why it's historic and it's exciting and we talk about
Why
it?
do we care about Route 66?
Is it because it's Chicago to Santa Monica? Is that what you said? See, on this map, it looks like it ends at Los Angeles. Maybe this map is just bogus.
Maybe there's your problem, Landry.
You know,
Maybe you need a better map
I
source.
thought that we could trust Encyclopedia Britannica.
From
Now
yeah,
I'm questioning everything.
but what is that, the 1913 edition?
What
and the
is
maps have all
this?
changed
What is
since then.
going on? Maybe I'll look up another map.
225-9697. What point along Route 66, what town along Route 66 has the highest point on Route 66? Maybe, is it L.A.? Is it Santa Monica? Is it Chicago? Is it St. Louis?
Where's the map?
Because they've got those arches. Landry, they have arches in St. Louis, which always makes me think of McDonald's.
I'm looking at Getty Images.
Farmers use a lot of oil every season. Oil field companies use a lot of oil all the time. Folks who use a lot of oil save a lot of money by using Camrocks. Have them set a tank on your place. Buy it in bulk. Have them set a tank on your place. They'll keep it filled. It's easy peasy. And it costs you less than the designer brands. Camrock Supply, next to Fred's Steakhouse in Elk City.
Is Santa Monica also known as Los Angeles?
No.
Because this map also has Route 66 ending in Los Angeles.
Camrock's also in Ulysses, Kansas, Midland, Texas, and Oklahoma City. What town, what major town, what sizable town has the highest point of a town along Route 66? Because Landry, this is just the first of many Route 66 trivia questions that we are going to give this year.
Are we going to have 66 of them?
No.
Wouldn't that be
225.
great?
Yeah, that would be too easy. It's just too easy, Landry. You don't get great by doing what everybody expects or what everybody else is doing. I mean, the Weasel radio station, 100.75, the Weasel, they're the ones doing 66 days of trivia on Route 66.
Nathan, were you even aware?
100.75, the Weasel.
Were you even aware that the nation's longest drivable stretch of Route 66 cuts through Oklahoma, making its way past charming towns, roadside diners, and quirky attractions? Here's my question. Isn't all of it drivable?
Yes.
Wasn't it built to drive on? So what does it mean that the nation's longest drivable stretch of Route 66 cuts through Oklahoma? This is from travelok.com.
I don't know. Are you ready for the answer to my question?
And I'm still trying to figure out where it even ends.
7:33, light rain's been falling. Your weather coming up. Jared Ather with local news, Nathan Landry and you. It's the early morning show, 96.5 KECO, 20 years and 4 days on. All right, what town has the highest elevation on Route 66 in America? In this, the 100th anniversary. Let me give you a couple of answers that I've been given. One person said the Continental Divide in New Mexico. Another said Campbell Pass. I've heard of the Continental Divide. I've never heard of Campbell Pass. But let me give you the generic answer that I was looking for, that one of our listeners gave us. All right? This is from the internet. The highest point on Route 66 is the Arizona Divide, but I was looking for a town. And what town? And this is a major town. The highest point on Route 66 is the Arizona Divide, west of Flagstaff, Arizona. So as far as towns go, I was looking for Flagstaff, though some sources cite the Continental Divide in New Mexico as the highest point on older alignments. But I was looking for a specific town. Flagstaff, Arizona is generally conceded as the town with the highest elevation along Route 66. And I read that in a novel yesterday, and then I looked it up on the internet, and the internet agreed with the novel. And it just so happens 2 years ago, Landry, I was in Flagstaff, Arizona.
Did you feel like you were on the highest point on Route 66?
You do climb. You climb, you're getting, and it's really, that was the first time I'd ever been in Arizona. And Flagstaff itself is a very nice town. It is a nice town. It's a college town. It's a nice town. It's modern and trendy and clean and lovely looking. And there are lots of trees. You're in a forest. But as soon as you go either west towards Phoenix, as soon as you go west towards Los Angeles or south towards Phoenix, either way, the elevation starts dropping and it gets brown quickly. You leave the forest, you drop in elevation, and you're in desert. Whether you're going west, whether you're going south, out of Flagstaff, and it quickly heats up. Flagstaff's in the northern part of Arizona. It's quite nice. It's really lovely in Flagstaff. We spent the night there on our way to California 2 years ago. On the way out there, we stayed in Flagstaff and met the Morgans from Elk City, Oklahoma. We saw people we knew. It was crazy. Anyway, Flagstaff, highest point in elevation along Route 66, the town with the highest elevation along Route 66 in the United States, according to the Noel Diary novel I'm reading, and according to the internet. That's right. The movie The Noel Diary was based on a book, and I am now reading the novel.
Who plays the female lead in that? The movie? Do you know?
I don't know her name.
I've seen it a year. Was it a year ago? You turned me onto that movie. Watched it. It was nice. It was good.
The text line says, it's funny to me how much Route 66 brings in economically for so many states, but it doesn't seem like anyone spends any money on repairing it, on repairing the road. There are places on that road that would literally total a car if you're going too fast. Also on the text line, you cannot drive the entire original Route 66 from Chicago to Santa Monica. Parts of the road have been replaced or destroyed over the years. So I guess that's why.
Yeah, is that why around Santa Fe, between Santa Fe and Albuquerque, there's a different version of
Maybe
Route
so.
66?
Maybe so.
Interesting.
225-9697. You can text us, weigh in. We're in the 100-year celebration. This year is the centennial celebration of the Mother Road, Route 66, which we have taken for granted. I am confident, Landry.
Sure.
People in Germany are fascinated by it. People in Idaho and Maine and South Carolina are fascinated by it. We around here probably take it for granted because it's always been here. It's all I've ever known. Oh, Route 66.
Oh, yeah. People in Arizona say Grand Canyon, big deal. We've always seen it. People up in the Dakotas.
I mean, think about this, Landry. We have people
Mount
with
Rushmore.
There are people out here with the dresses that are Route 66. We don't think anything about it because we've always been on it, but it captures a lot of imagination for a lot of people in other parts of the country, and frankly, in Europe. If you go to the museums along Route 66 in Clinton or Elk City, you will find people signing in from Germany and Japan and Finland and Luxembourg and Norway and England. They are fascinated with Route 66 in Europe and in other parts of the United States. Here where we are, we take it for granted because it's always been here. 96.5 KECO's The Early Morning Show, 738. Nathan Landry, and you text us at 225-9697. It's about 52 degrees. Will we get more rain? The chance is tapering off. I'll tell you what we will get, colder. Now listen. I know there's going to be this temptation to complain because a lot of people don't like the cold, but remember two things. It is winter, and it's supposed to be cold, number one. And number two, all you hot weather lovers have gotten bonus over the last 3 weeks. Since it turned winter and we got up in the 70s and 80s, you've been on bonus time. So just be thankful, okay? Store up your blessings and be thankful for them.
You may not realize it, but you're listening to the only thing on KECO right now. Nathan and Landry Brewer on the Early Morning Show.
You got 5-6 tractors out there. You got a dozer, a traco, a grader, something like that. I mean, you go through a lot of oil in the season. I mean, you'll use a few hundred gallons in the season. So here at Camrock, we have the same specification oil as the other brand, where people think that they have to use that for a certain color on their tractors and stuff like that. But we have the same oil specifications as they do. Works just as well, does the same thing, lubes it just the same. Price comparison is, it's not even a comparison. We have a better price than anybody around on that type of oil. They can come in and talk to us, see what they want, or give us a call, and we can come out, see what they have, fill their tanks, set them tanks. That's what we've done here in the past. We've converted a lot of farmers over to our brand, our house brand of motor diesel oil. The price savings it's huge for them. We sell it to oil field companies also. They use it in frac pumps. And they're not happy, you know it, and it's working great for them.
Camrock is the name of the company. It's 2111 South Main, Elk City, south of Fred's Steakhouse.
The price savings it's huge for them.
We have a lot of patients that love that we kind of like to have fun.
They like to hear us singing together in the operatory, humming along. If you would like a serenade while you're getting treatment, we're your girls. But if you also want us to shut up, we will.
It's not so nerve-wracking for a lot of people.
We have a good time with our patients. Try to help put patients at ease, kind of distract on the fact that we're working in their mouth. We like to have a good day, and when you're around that type of atmosphere, usually it's kind of contagious. Others have a good time. You know, when you're having a good time, others have a good time too.
I'm Dr. Jamie Cameron, Southwest Dentistry and Cosmetics in Weatherford, catty corner to Walgreens, swdentalok.com. We're also on Facebook.
Southwest Dentistry and Cosmetics, where we treat you like family and do life-changing dentistry.
Thank you just doesn't seem to be enough. There are lots of places to buy cars and lots of places to have them serviced. We are really humbled by the trust you placed in us at Barbara Dyson Ford last year. We don't take it for granted. You're the reason we had a terrific 2025. It was all because of you, and thank you for that. If you need us in 2026, we'll still be in the northeast part of Elk City and online at barbadysonford.net. We'd be honored to serve you this year.
My dad and I don't change our minds easily, but we really wanted better grades on our cotton. So a couple of years ago, we met with Keith and the team at Carson County Gin. I'm cotton farmer Spencer Smith, and my dad is Jimmy Smith. We liked what we heard and saw in that meeting. We liked it a lot. Keith Mixon said he wanted to earn our business, so we gave him a chance, and it paid off. The communication was great through the whole process. They contacted me on a regular basis. When I called them, someone always answered the phone. The cotton came out looking great. Their attention to detail got us a higher grade and a higher price. Turnaround time was excellent, but they made sure to do the job right to get us better, cleaner cotton. And then they helped us sell it for more money. Carson County Gin is located near White Deer, Texas, west of Pampa. You'll find them online if you Google them. Dad and I trust the team at Carson County Gin with our livelihood. They're the kind of people we want to do business with.
Fence building or welding, John 6 will get her done. 6 Wire Company, 580-497-6213.
Nathan and Landry Brewer are so talented, we're thinking about actually paying them to do this gig.
Oh, that's bad. No, that's good. How come?
The early morning show continues right now.
I just want to thank everybody. Just on general grounds. I mean, just thank you. Thanks for it all. For all of it, Landry. I want to thank them for all of it. 96.5 KECO is the early morning show. You know that smell? When something electrical gets hot? Electrical fires do happen, particularly if you live in an older house or building. Stay safe with Carter Electric, 225-2447. Your forecast today calls for a decreasing chance of rain. It's about a 40% chance this morning, but that's going to keep going down until finally it just gets mostly cloudy and then mostly clear this afternoon. We're going to have gradual clearing through the day, okay? Rain moves out. Eventually clouds move out. We'll have gradual clearing. Southwest winds shifting northwest, okay? And you know what that means, Landry. See, this is the leading edge of a cold front. And so what you've had is, let me explain something to you in a very patronizing way. What we've had is warm temperatures for this time of year and some moist air, but then behind it, this cold air coming in. And so when it collides, Landry, that's what creates the atmospheric friction. Hot and cold coming together, condensation, sure. Rain, you bet. Tornado risk, well, according to the meteorologists, we've had it. And so the winds are going to be shifting north this afternoon. Today's high supposed to reach about 68, okay? But some of it's going to depend on the timing of this front as it moves on through. The winds are going to shift north, and then tonight, temperature drops to 32, which is 20 degrees cooler than it is right now.
That's good football weather.
Yeah.
It's good football watching weather.
So tomorrow morning when you wake up, it'll be around 32 degrees, and then tomorrow afternoon, 30% chance of showers. High 47,
Mm-hmm.
which is, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Just about average.
Yeah.
High of 47 is right around where we're supposed to be. So today, 68, this is going to be the last day of the spring-like weather. And then it gets cooler, okay? So today, 68, tomorrow high of only 47, so a big 20-degree drop. Right now on the back porch, 52 degrees, skies cloudy, winds light, some moisture on the ground. So I don't know how much total rain we've had. Let's say 1/10 of an inch, just for fun. What do you think, 1/10 of an inch? You like it?
Yeah, whatever.
Close?
A 10th, maybe a 12th.
Landry, there's basketball. Big Elk basketball continues this week. The Big Elks open tournament play this morning against Guthrie. It's the Weatherford Classic. Elk City's taking on Guthrie this morning at 10 o'clock. You can sure as shooting. Watch that on BigElkTV.com. What else? Merritt Classic tips off today. Woo! Merritt's playing 6 o'clock this evening and 7:20. Hammond, Paragon TV, full coverage of the Warrior Classic, January the 8th through the 10th. That's today through Saturday. Hammond girls play today at 11 a.m. Hammond boys this evening at 7:45. In Arapahoe, Paragon TV broadcasting full Western Equipment Classic today through Saturday. Arapahoe Butler girls this evening at 6:30 against Sayre. Arapahoe Butler boys this evening at 7:50 against Ampo. This week, Eric competing in the Cotton Belt Tournament, Western Oklahoma State College. Paragon TV covering Eric's games only. First matchup today. There you go, ParagonTV.com.
Congratulations to Elk City's new police chief. John Cook was sworn in before today. Maybe yesterday. This is from the City of Elk City's Facebook page. Police Chief Eddie Holland retired as the police chief. However, according to the City of Elk City's Facebook page, Eddie Holland is continuing to work with the City of Elk City. In what capacity? Stay tuned. But now there was a succession plan in place. There is a chief of police in Elk City, Oklahoma. His name is John Cook. No stranger to this show.
I'm no stranger to the rain. Well, Keith Whitley, it's been a hard time selling that song out here because a lot of us are strangers to the rain because it doesn't rain much. I'm no stranger to the rain. Quick, let's name every rain song we can come up with.
I love a rainy night.
Like the rain.
Raindrops keep falling on my head.
I love rainy night. Well, you already said that.
Every time that it rains.
Uh-huh.
Rainy night in Georgia.
What's that Gary Allen song about the rain?
Never like the rain till I walk through it with you.
No, that was Clint Black.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Like the rain.
Like the rain. That was Like the Rain.
Gary Allen has a song about...
I'm just sitting around here watching airplanes.
Keith Urban, It's Raining on Sunday.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Is it raining in your house?
That's good. Oh, wait.
Vern Gosden.
Vern Gosden, Is It Raining at Your House? The Oak Ridge Boys. You got to, if you're going to see a rainbow, you got to stand a little rain.
Rain by the Beatles. Who? That obscure group from Liverpool?
My favorite country duo, Milli Vanilli. Blame It on the Rain. Blame it on the rain. Oh, yeah.
Remember Norman High School standout Trey Young? Did he play at OU?
Yeah,
for about 2 months.
Half a season or something.
He has been playing with the Atlanta Hawkins for years and years. Well, the Trey Young era in Atlanta is over. He's going to the Washington Wizards. Now, I saw something on Facebook yesterday that I am not entirely certain I believe. Is it possible, listeners, that Trey Young was traded during a game? Was somebody having some fun at my expense? Is it possible that Trey Young left a game during the game because he got traded? Whether that's true or not, I'm confident that Trey Young is no longer playing for the Atlanta Hawks.
What did we talk about? The very first thing we talked about this morning. Well, I'm sure we discussed the rain, but
weather. David Payne was.
Maybe that was it. Maybe it was the meteorologist.
Meteorologist hyping the very low tornado threat. Was it Trey Young? Was it the college football playoff? Who do you like tonight? Miami and Ole Miss. Miami and Ole Miss. Miami's for real. I watched Miami play Ohio State. No, who did Miami beat? Was it
Ohio State?
Ohio State. Yeah, they beat Ohio State and looked good doing it.
This
But
is
Ole Miss looked awfully good, beating Georgia.
This is from USA Today. The college football playoff resumes today at the Fiesta Bowl. Hey, speaking of Scottsdale, Glendale, Arizona, and Flagstaff, the college football playoff resumes today at the Fiesta Bowl. It's perhaps not the semifinal matchup most observers anticipated, but it nevertheless features plenty of intrigue and subplots. Mississippi finds itself halfway to duplicating the feat of the 1989 Michigan men's basketball team winning a national championship after its head coach left for another job. Up next for the Rebels is a date with Miami, fresh off sending the defending champion Ohio State Buckeyes packing on its own redemption arc, seeking the program's first football crown since 2001, and maybe the opportunity to do it in its home stadium in 11 days. Wait, what? In 2001, did Miami win the championship in 01?
Maybe.
Huh, I don't remember that. I thought Ohio State won it in 01. In fact, Ohio State beat Miami, didn't they?
Who won the college football national championship? 2001?
Yeah.
Well, according to the AI overview, the 2001 Miami Hurricanes won the college football national championship, completing a perfect 12-0 season by defeating the Nebraska Cornhuskers 37-14 in the BCS national championship game at the Rose Bowl. Coached by Larry Coker. Isn't he from Muskogee or Tecumseh or something?
He's a joker. He's a coker. Chopper Dave is on this top side and bottom lander. Here we go. First of all, I think this is Trey Young, he left just before halftime. He was at the game but not suited up.
That's a little. It would have been funnier if he had been suited up. If he had suited up for the game and then left at halftime or before halftime because he got traded. But did he leave the game because he got
wouldn't
traded?
it be something? But wouldn't it be something? You play the first half, and at halftime you get traded to the team you're playing, and so you just change your jerseys.
Go on over. All right, boys, I'm here.
Okay, now let's beat these dogs.
That would be strange, wouldn't it?
6:30 Oklahoma time on ESPN. Number 6 Mississippi, number 10 Miami.
Ole Miss, Mississippi. The University of Ole Mississippi.
Look, I'm terrible. Nobody can pick games. Nobody can't because there are way too many variables. You don't know from week to week which team's going to show up. You just don't. You don't know who's going to make dumb decisions.
Does Indiana count as a Cinderella?
Yes.
This year? Because Indiana wasn't pretty good last year too.
Yeah, but Landry, they were so bad for so long that I'm going to count them as a Cinderella the next 2 years.
Kurt Cignetti, isn't that interesting? He is the toast of college football.
Yeah.
And he is, 91 years old? He's been, he came up under Newt Rockne, was coaching with Bear Bryant at Alabama, and he is the toast of college football. And here he is. I mean, wouldn't it be great if Indiana won? Should we root for Indiana?
7 away from the top, 96.5 KECO. I want to get to some of your texts on the other side after Jared does the news because you guys are texting us some good stuff. I appreciate it. Nathan Landry and you, 52 degrees after about 1/10 of an inch of rain. Store up your blessings and be thankful.
Good morning, partly cloudy and 53. This is the Paragon Morning News. I'm Jared Athup. A reckless driving incident on Interstate 40 ended with an arrest last week in Beckham County after a brief pursuit and a canine response. Authorities say the incident started near the Oklahoma state line when callers reported a driver weaving through traffic and backing up vehicles for several miles. The driver refused to stop and officers attempted a traffic stop, and deputies joined the pursuit between Sayre and Eric. Beckham County Sheriff Derek Manning says deputies were preparing stop sticks when the driver exited early.
We actually had stop sticks set up. Deputy was set up at the 23-mile marker with stop sticks waiting for him to get there. Just before they got to the 23-mile marker at exit 20, he exited the ramp or acted like he was going to, but eventually stopped there near the 20-mile marker and then refused to get out of the vehicle.
The sheriff's office canine was deployed, and the driver later exited the vehicle and was taken into custody without injury. Deputies say speeds never exceeded about 60 miles an hour, and no one was hurt. A Weatherford man is facing felony charges following a burglary at a rural work site in Custer County. Court records show 29-year-old Slayton Lee McKinnon is charged with second-degree burglary in a computer-related crime after investigators say tools were stolen from a storage unit south of Thomas in late November. Deputies alleged McKinnon broke into a Connex container at a windmill site and later attempted to sell stolen Milwaukee tools using his cell phone. Trail camera footage and phone records reportedly linked him to the crime. A judge found probable cause to arrest McKinnon. He is scheduled to appear in Custer County District Court. The City of Eric Fire Department has been awarded nearly $40,000 in federal funding to improve wildfire response. The U.S. Department of the Interior announced the grant through its Slip-On Tanker pilot program, which helps rural fire departments convert existing trucks into wildland fire engines. Eric will receive exactly $39,505 to purchase slip-on tanker equipment, boosting firefighting capacity without buying a new apparatus. Eric was one of 5 Oklahoma communities selected. The nationwide program awarded just over $5 million to 97 agencies in 26 states with moderate to high wildfire risk. The funding is designed to help rural departments respond faster to wildfires and protect lives, property, and infrastructure. A new round of grants is expected to open in early of 2026 this year. These stories and more on our Facebook page and website. Partly cloudy and 53. This has been the Paragon Morning News. I'm Jared Atha.
Well, it's a peace of mind to know that you have tires that will get you to your destination and back without any trouble. It's never fun to be on the side of the road because, well, I was going to get those when I got back from this trip. Go ahead and do it before. Try to eliminate the issue. Every day. I mean, they're like, well, I was planning on getting them when I got back. I was just going to make one more trip. The 3-hour drive ended up taking us 12 hours to get there and an extra $500. A tow truck and just your time, and they see that you're stranded, they're probably going to take advantage of you to an extent. Buy a $100 tire and you had to pay $250 for it. Well, it's either that or keep sitting there. You're not going to do that. It just makes it so much more stressful for something that could have been eliminated. Peace of mind is tremendous. L&R Tire,
the home of Bridgestone Firestone Tires.
1204 South Main, Elk City, Oklahoma. 225-TIRE. 225-8473. We know how important your car is to you.
I'm afraid that cat might love me to death. 96.5 KECO's The Early Morning Show. I'm very grateful for the scenic routes of western Oklahoma. 152 is my jam because I've been down it so many times. Well, not up it and down it, but I guess it'd be back east and up north and back south or down south or something. Thank you guys for the morning show, and thank you, Lord, for the rain. There we go. Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain, Landry. Eddie Rabbit, I love a rainy night. That guitar riff. Are you kidding me?
I love a rainy night. I love a rainy night. I love to hear the thunder, watch the lightning when it lights up the sky. You know it makes me feel good.
We had a rainy night and morning, it's right, and it rained and rained and rained, but not nearly enough, but we're thankful anyway.
All right, so who do you like tonight? You didn't tell me?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. There's no way to know. Nobody knows.
I think I'm rooting for Ole Miss. I think it would be hilariously wonderful if Ole Miss won the national championship.
Oh, yeah. Look.
Without Lane Kiffin.
I either want Ole Miss or Indiana to win it.
I mean, granted, Lane Kiffin is in a really important job as the new leader in Venezuela. I mean, no doubt. Venezuela needed a new leader.
A strong and charismatic leader.
But he left Ole Miss. Ole Miss was going to the college football playoff, and he left the team to go to LSU.
Oh, that's a great story. If Ole Miss can win the championship, that really would be something. And I think the whole country is rooting for him.
But you also got to like Kurt Signetti. Coach Sig.
Yeah.
And Indiana.
I'll probably be happy if either one of those two. Now, if Miami or... Who's left? Miami? Who's the fourth team?
Oregon.
Okay. Yeah, if Oregon or Miami wins, I won't be happy. But if Ole Miss or Indiana wins, I'll be happy. Fox News Exploring Energy Tradio 10 today and Ag at noon. Backwards at 3 Country Music all day and local award-winning news and sports coming up on 96.5 KECO in Oak City. And I hope everybody